guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Megan. If you didn't know, now you know. And today we are going to use alcohol inks. If you don't know what those are, definitely stay tuned. And I'm going to show you how to use them on top of nail polish. First, as per the usual, we're going in with a base coat. Today it is Orly Bonder. Pardon me if I'm looking a little bit crazy-eyed. My allergies are a mess, and so I just keep sneezing. Now, I have chosen these super long nails, and I've already got them prepped and applied and all that stuff. We didn't need to do that here because that's not the focus of this video. But the charm that we're using today is very large, so I needed long nails. Otherwise, it was going to be ridiculous. And then we're just going to need a white base, so we're going to go in with Orly white tips. Alright, next we're going to go in with some Orly matte top coat so we can get us a matte surface to put our nail art on. This may not actually be 100% necessary, but I feel like it's going to be better because matte surfaces tend to have a little bit of like a texture or resistance. They're not as smooth, so it keeps your art from trying to get away. Okay, so these are the alcohol inks we're going to use. This is the blending solution. It's similar to alcohol, but there's something else in it, and I don't know what it is. You can buy marbling ink or alcohol ink blending solution. That's what you would call it. But this is what we're going to use to spread our colors around. And then we have three colors. This one is blue, this one is yellow, and this one is actually pink. So I know in the bottles it's kind of hard to tell about the colors sometimes, so I definitely recommend making swatch sticks with the numbers so that you can refer back to them as needed. But these are the colors we're going to use, and I'm going to show you how. We're going to do it one at a time. So we are going to start with the yellow because it is the lightest, and alcohol ink can be a bit of a learning curve. So theoretically, with marbling or watercolor or whatever style you're doing, it's subjective. So you should be able to do what you want. However, sometimes you hate it. So for me today, my goal is to mimic like butterfly wings. And I actually got this inspiration from Lizette Cruz. She was recreating a design that she saw done by someone else. And I was like, you know what? I really like the shape of that design. It reminds me of a butterfly. And I was like, I'm going to make it. So basically, you put your color on here, and then you go in with your blending solution, and it's going to kind of smear your colors out. Now, don't worry about getting your color on here and then all in your bottle, because it's just going to happen. But it ain't going to hurt none. You'll be alright. Yeah, and I at least try to smear one side and not necessarily the other, because I want to have at least a little bit of a sharpness on one side. And I am going to put my other colors on top of this, so don't worry about how this is. And then in the middle is going to be the center of the butterfly. So we're just going to kind of go up and down with this one and smear both sides a little bit, but leave a little bit of a line. So, you know, it can look like whatever you want it to. These do not have to be symmetrical, so do not worry about that part. If they don't match, they don't match, and that's okay. That's part of the art. You can also go in with a top coat in between your layers of colors if you want to prevent them from mixing. That is totally fine as well. Now I would recommend using a no smudge top coat with these, because they will try to disappear on you. And I have some no smudge top coat from Maniology, and I actually have some from Born Pretty as well, but I left it over there on the wall, so I'm gonna have to go get it when it's time for me to use it. This one's gonna have a lot of yellow going on. That's okay. You see what I mean? Sometimes it's not exactly what you were intending. That's okay. It's okay. So we've got our yellows down. Looks a little disgusting, right? That's okay. Let's do some pink. So we're gonna kind of go in with a similar vibe over here with the pinks. And because we're mixing colors here, they may blend into each other, but that is okay. Obviously, everything is okay. That's why I keep saying it. Haha. But basically, we just want it to look like we have stained some colors on here. It's the watercolor vibe that I'm going for today, not necessarily a marbling vibe. And then last, let's do blue. Now the blue, when it goes in on top of these colors, is gonna probably turn purple. That is all right to me, because we are just making fancifulness, if that is a word. The blue's turned a little bit green over here. The joys of blending colors. Getting splatters all over my mat. That's all right though. Okay, so this is what I have so far. Now you can continue to blend and add more colors and change the way that the design looks, whatever you like, but I'm kind of liking this one. So we're gonna leave that alone. This one's looking kind of murky at the bottom, but that's okay too. So first, actually, let's go in with this Maniology smudge-free top coat, if you can read that. This is gonna help us from ruining our marbles, if you want to call them that, our colors, making them smear together. We'll put this on first before we go in with a quick dry top coat, because those work differently. Alright, so we've got that on. Now, smudge-free top coat isn't the fastest drying thing. You're going to have to kind of sit here for a moment while this dries down a little bit before you go in and put your other top coat on, because this is going to be wet for a few. Now, but before we do our final top coating, I want to go in with this Nails Ink Liquid Lightning in the shade Wherever I May Chrome. This is just a beautiful silver. Alright, so I've put some out on a palette and I have this tiny little brush. We're gonna do a little bit of decoration. I'm gonna try and put some of these like lines that you may find in a butterfly wing. Yeah, kind of like that. This is really hard having to turn my hand around this way. Then over here we're just going to do a little bit of accenting. Right, now that we're on this side though, we can kind of pull this direction, which helps. Alright, I think that's real cute. What about you? Alright, so that's had a moment to dry, and Facecam is back. I've got to get my life together. Apparently I was clicking it to stop recording on the video time and then to continue recording when I was in between, so my bad. We're going to go in with this China Glaze Fast Forward top coat. And then after this has had a moment to dry, we're going to take this charm. It's a big old butterfly. We're going to put that on our middle nail. And to adhere that, we're going to use 4 Rhinestones Only, also by China Glaze. And this is going to require a lot of reinforcement because, as you can see, this butterfly is big and it's going to be likely to get snagged. Okay, now is the fun part. These have had a moment to dry. They're kind of got a hard shell. I'm going to try and do this like this. So I'm going to get the bottle brush of this, since I need a big old glob, and put it about right here. I need more because it's gonna have to sit down in it. Now I am gonna let that kind of sit for a moment so it starts to get tacky. And then we're gonna take our butterfly bit, pardon me, I gotta get all up on this, and we're gonna sit him down right here. And I'm gonna hold that. Alright, so I held that for 30 seconds. It's on there enough that it's not gonna move. It's sticking up quite a bit. I'd like it a little bit flatter, so let me just push it down a little. And then I'm actually gonna take some more of this and go like across his body here to make a bit of a bridge, because I'd like to seal it in and going across. Now, luckily this is nail polish, so when it dries down, it'll kind of smooth out a little bit. And then once that gets dried up a little bit, we're gonna go underneath and go around, so I will come back when it's time to do that. Okay, so I've put some of this for rhinestones only on my palette, and I'm gonna just go under with my little brush and kind of build it up around the sides. That way it's not likely to lift off over here. I hope you can see what I'm doing back here because I cannot hardly. It is still moving around. This is going to take a little while to get good and dry. But we wanted to put some of that on so that when it does dry down, that part is secure as well. So that's really everything that we needed to do for this. Now it's just a waiting game of drying. You could use gel to go ahead and apply your butterfly if you wanted, and then just cure it. That would get it dry a lot faster as well. That's totally fine. You can use gel products on top of nail polish products as long as your nail polish products are dry. I am gonna go ahead, as per the usual, get you some photos outside. You should be seeing those now. Let me know, what do you think of this? Do you think it's cute? I think it's cute. It's pretty similar to what I had in mind. Of course, nothing is going to be exactly the way that you imagine it, because imagination is imagination. But I like it. And I think that the nail length that I chose was a good length for this really big charm. If it had been shorter, I think it would have been too much. So that is really it. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for your likes, your comments, your interaction. I do appreciate all of it, of course. Make sure that you are subscribed here and following me on my socials. Links for everything are below. I do have affiliate links coming in now. I've got one for Beyond Polish. There's a link if you want to use that, and there is a discount code for 10% off as well. Beyond Polish has nail polish products as well as gel products. It also has gel full cover tips. There might even be half cover tips. Maybe there's acrylic, I think. Go take the link and have a look. But you can often get a lot of products there for less than you would on the original site. For example, when the China Glaze Hello Sugar collection came out, it was about half the price on Beyond Polish that it was on the China Glaze website. So that's where I bought it. So I wanted to share that with you, and I wanted to get a discount code for you, because even though the stuff is already at a great price, who doesn't want an additional 10% off? So all of that stuff is in the link below, and of course, as I get more affiliate codes and discount codes, I will put them down there as well, so that you can always find them when you need them. And that is it. Thank you again for watching my video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.